CAT is something that will take you to an IIM, but GDPI and WAT is something that will actually get you into the IIM. In this video, we will be sharing some details about the GDPI and WAT that actually happens in the admission process of all the top B schools in the country, including IIMs. Let's get started. So as we can see that the GDPI and WAT weightage is approximately 30 to 50% across your final selection part. Hence, a very important thing to cover up. Moving ahead, what is GDPI and WAT and why it is important? Let's get started with that. Group discussion is a discussion of various aspirants who want to apply to that particular B school, and the things which are being evaluated are your communication skills, your teamwork, and your critical thinking. If we talk about the personal interview, it is the one-on-one discussion with you and the panelists from that particular B school, where your personality, your motivation, and your clarity of thoughts is evaluated. And if we talk about the written ability test, or popularly known as WAT, it is a written exercise to test your analytical thinking, your writing skills, and your creativity while answering some of the questions. There's one more important thing that actually happens in the PIs. Some of the colleges have extempore. It is a spontaneous speech which evaluates your critical thinking, your on-spot design frameworks, and your speaking skills. Moving on, if we talk about GDPI, the average weightage on top B schools is 30 to 50%. And some of the skills which are being assessed in this are leadership, communication, and problem solving. If we talk about the WAT or the written ability test, it has the weightage of around 10 to 20% in your final selection criteria, and it tests your writing, your logical reasoning, and your creativity. If we talk about extempore, although it is there in only certain B schools, the average weightage is around 5 to 10%, but it checks your fluency, your confidence, and your articulation as well. Moving on, if we talk about the component of GDPI and WAT, for PI, your skills, as we discussed, your personality, your work ethics, these are all tested. Some of the examples are, tell me something about yourself. Why do you want to go for MBA? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Questions about your work experience, questions about the academics, and general life questions as well. So these are things which are assessed in PI. If we talk about GD, as discussed, the skills tested are communication and teamwork. Some of the examples of GDs could be impact of AI on employment, should cryptocurrencies be regulated. Some of the B schools also have case-based GDs where a dilemma of a company is given and all the panel students have to discuss on what could be the possible solution. If we talk about WAT or written ability test, it tests your analytical skills. And some of the examples are, is globalization a boon or a bane? So topics like these could come over there. And finally, if we talk about extempore, as discussed before, it is about your quick thinking, your fluency in speaking. Some of the examples of the topics are, speak for 1 minute on the color blue, something like technology in daily life. So these kind of abstract topics could also be given to you in your extempore. Moving on, next component we have is a deep dive into personal interviews. Different types of questions which can come. Number one type of question is work experience, your roles, your achievements, your challenges. Some examples of the questions could be, what was your biggest contribution at the work? What was the most challenging thing at your work? Give me a situation where you contradicted your senior and your senior respected that decision and why. So these are the questions that can come. Next very important part is academics. Some subject knowledge with relevance to MBA, questions like these could be asked. Questions like explain the law of demand in simple terms, these things could be asked. So these questions are majorly based upon your bachelor's education. These could be based upon your 12th standard education as well. Next is current affairs, to test your awareness and opinion on what are currently happening in the world. Examples could be, what are your thoughts on India's digital economy? What do you have to say about India's geopolitical condition with Putin coming to India? And next is the personal or HR based questions. These are basic personality trait questions which test your motivation and ethics. Some examples could be, what are your biggest strengths and weaknesses? These are the questions that could be asked. Next is, what are the preparation tips for your personal interview? First of all, you need to start early. Allocate around 30 to 60 minutes every day for practice. Maintain a diary. You should write responses of whichever questions you get out of the world, so that once you have all the questions ready with the repository of answers, you will be well prepared in your interview. Some sources which you could refer include newspapers like the Hindu, business magazines like Forbes, and iQuanta videos as well, which we would be sharing a lot on YouTube channel and on our platform. Then for practice, you should go for mock interviews, record yourself and refine your skills of speaking. If we talk about some tips or tricks, the most important is that you should be authentic. You should avoid generic answers which you think that everyone would answer on. Highlight your achievements with numbers. For example, I increased sales by 20% in 6 months. These are some of the examples that you can give with the numbers, because these are the things which will bolster your claim on your work experience or any kind of experience you hold in your life. Moving on, let's talk about group discussions. So in the group discussion, you will always get brownie points for either initiating the group discussion or concluding the discussion. You should keep the discussion balanced. A lot of people think of it as a debate where they should either speak for the topic or against the topic. You should have a balanced approach to give your answers. You should listen to other people and then contribute accordingly. Let's talk about the types of GD topics. The first common type is current affairs. Some examples could be impact of the Russia-Ukraine war on the global economy. There could also be abstract topics, for example, freedom versus responsibility. Some other topics could be sky is pink. One topic which I have heard of, which had come last year, was pink flag on a blue temple. Ponder upon that. Next could be case-based GDs, where a company is facing a decline in profits. How would you revive it? A company is facing certain dilemma. What should be the outcome of that? How should the company perform? So these kind of things could be asked in the case-based GDs. Next is how to approach these different topics. For abstract topics, define the topic. Break down the components of the topics. See what could be the transcript of that particular word that is being given. Analyze it and then conclude. For example, freedom is a choice. What do you mean by freedom? What is a choice? Related with real life examples. Next is current affairs. For current affairs, it is very important that you present facts, your opinions and solutions. The global economy is seeing this much growth while Ukraine and Russia were fighting. Some case studies, have logical problem solving structure. Some frameworks that you can use which businesses might be using these days. You can use the SWOT framework, you can use the IDA framework and all those sorts of things. In our live sessions, we will be taking you through various kinds of topics, right from abstract to current affairs to case-based. For example, there's an abstract topic like red is not just a color. In our live classes, we will be breaking down what could be multiple meanings of red. What could be other things that could you associate with in this particular topic. Next is written ability test. The key features include your introduction, your body and the conclusion. The time is typically around 15 to 30 minutes and you have to write around 250 to 300 words in that. Some sample topics could be, should education be free for all? Role of ethics in business. These are all the topics that could be covered here. Now, tips for what? You should always start strong. Start with a quotation. Start with a figure. Start with some bolstering opinion. And have some logical arguments. Have pros and cons with examples and summarize it with a proper suggestions as well. So these are the key tips that you should keep in your mind while you're writing your written ability test. Next is extempore. What is an extempore? It is a 1 to 2 minute spontaneous speech on a random topic that is given to you on the spot. Some sample topics could be the last book you read, how technology has changed education, and all those sorts of things. Moving on. So if we talk about the preparation tips for extempore, the key thing is to read daily. The more you will read, the more you will speak. Focus on journal knowledge topics and business articles and speak regularly. More frequently you will be speaking, the more spontaneous and more fluent you will be in your extempore round. Randomly choose a topic and speak for 1 minute on that. And resources which could be used, it could be newspapers like the Hindu, the Economic Times, and there would be a lot of iQuanta videos that would be coming on YouTube channel and our own dashboards, which you can refer to for this. Exercise which we would be conducting in our live classes would be, for example, the topics like the future of electric vehicles. What could be the possible 1 minute or 2 minute speech on that? How to break down the topic, all those things will be covered. Moving on, common preparation tips for GDPI, for WAT and extempore. You should start with a preparation diary. Write down key points daily. Next is practice makes perfect, that we all know. You all have to practice regularly. Take regular mock sessions, take regular mock GDs, take regular mock PIs, get your WATs evaluated, and that is how you can get farther and get better. Next is stay updated with the current affairs, with business trends and global events. And finally, seek feedback actively from the people who have been there, who have done that. In iQuanta's GDPI and WAT course, you will be connected to the IIM Alumnus and IIM current students who have actually given the GDs and PIs and WATs and have converted them. They will be teaching and they will be mentoring you with their own experience so that you cannot do those mistakes which they committed in their processes. Next is iQuanta's GDPI program, what it comprises of. So the core of the program is going to be personal interviews, GDs, WATs. We will be giving you 6 detailed PI sessions with personalized feedbacks, and you can definitely take add-on options for additional PI sessions as well. For group discussions, we will be having 5 live mock GDs simulations with the experts from the IIMs who will analyze your speech, who will analyze your performance and give you detailed feedback on that. So we will be focusing upon the real-time, current and abstract topics which have the highest occurrence probability in your GDPI and WAT sessions. Moving ahead, for returnability test or WAT that we say commonly, we will be having live WAT sessions to master the structure, the clarity and the creativity that is required. And we will also have the hybrid learning options. So there is a flexible mix of live classes, recorded sessions to suit your schedule. There would be a dashboard access we will be given to you for your on-demand learning as well. Next, exclusive features and resources. So we'll be having a current affairs mastery classes. Every day there would be live classes which will cover the current trends, the global affairs and critical analysis part. There would be a topic of the day to engage vibrant discussion on the curated topics on our community. We will be having weekly current affairs notes as well. So it would be a compiled summary of what all things that happened in this particular week for your perusal. Next is we also have static GK uploads. So it is comprised of material on important GK topics. Next, we have application support. We will be helping you out with the form filling of various colleges that happen. We have college selection help. If you are confused as to which colleges you should give your applications in, we will be helping you out with that. We have the advanced learning modules where we will be providing you with the domain specific knowledge on the domains like finance, marketing, operations, HR as well. We will be having case studies and guesstimates, which are actually an important part of your PIs. We will be having dedicated sessions to crack business cases and guesstimate problems. And then there would be basic psychology videos as well to enhance your self-awareness and behavioral understanding. Now, what is the preparation timeline and the structure of our course? For first 2 weeks, our focus area would be the fundamentals, covering your profile building, the GK and form filling basics. And the resources would be, we will be making you watch psychology videos, the GK live sessions, and we will motivate you to start maintaining a diary. Next, for 3 to 6 weeks, we will be covering the current affairs, the WAT practice, the basic GD as well. And the resources would be to attend the weekly note sessions, practice mock WATs, mock PIs and mock GDs with us, and join our Facebook GD groups. For next 7 to 9 weeks, we will be covering the mock GDs, PIs, domain knowledge and a lot of PDFs. And the resources would be, you will be participating in simulations, revise static GK, upload domain specific questions as well. And after 10 weeks, what all we will be doing? We will be going intensive into the case studies, into the advanced GDs, into the extempore practice, so that with a lot of practice, you can cover anything and everything that comes in your final performance day. This would be covered with live sessions, topic of the day discussions, refining the extempore delivery, and key practices would be that we will make you write daily a diary for WAT, a diary for PI answers. You will be participating in daily Facebook discussions and live Q&As, and we'll be engaging you through our hybrid options of live classes and recorded classes as well. So the whole course will be covered in 3 phases. The first phase is called Foundation and Preparation. Here we will be upgrading your knowledge base with comprehensive GK and MBA insights. Next is we will be defining your targets with SOP preparation and college shortlisting and helping you with the application filling. In the next phase, we will be focusing upon the rigorous trainings. So there would be mock PI sessions, there would be mock GD sessions as well, and you will be having access to live training and GDPI Bibles. Then you will be having the one-on-one personal assistance for SOP and application process filling. The third phase is your tailored interview coaching and strategy, which you will be covering with your mentors who would be aligned to you throughout your journey. And then there would be 100% support for your complimentary post-admission process as well. Now, for all those who are having 97 plus percentile in their CAT examination, we have a specific discount offer for you. Check the description below and you will be getting a WhatsApp group link. Join the WhatsApp group, share your percentile and get that exclusive discount just for you.